Hey guys, it's STOOGE from STOOGE Media, and today I'm going to show you how to make laser blasts in After Effects for your short films. So here in After Effects, we have Fusty McCrusty doing his best acting of a character in a sci-fi film. So we're going to help him out with that. At this point, what you're going to want to do is add some velocity to the gun so it looks like he's actually shooting and not just pulling it back. What we're going to do is we're going to find the frame that he shoots on. So going to be about right here, and then we're going to split the layer and remove 3 frames. Alright, so now it has a little bit of velocity. See how that works? Alright, so at this point I'm going to add my stock elements. I'm going to use the spell hits from actionvfx.com because they work great for sci-fi hits. I'm going to use this 1235 one, so we're going to throw it on here, find the best frame, so I'm just like right here, and we're gonna cut it off right there, so that will be fine, and then pull it up one more time, and then add the blending mode to add, because I want it to lighten up in my scene. There's a lot of ways you can remove the alpha channel, but in this circumstance I'm going to use the add blending mode because I want it to light up in my scene. So I need to rotate it. So right there will be fine with the orientation of the gun, and then position it where you want it, and then bam. I think it needs to be a little bit more up here. Now I think I'm actually going to keyframe this because there's a little bit too much movement that I've created, so I'm just going to go to the position and then go 1 down and then keyframe it to right here and then leave it like that. Yeah, that looks a whole lot better. At this point, I'm going to add my next layer, which will be the actual laser beam that comes out of the gun. So I'm going to go layer, new, solid, 4K is fine, yeah, and then I'm going to add the Saber plugin from Video Copilot. It's free, so why not use it? And then the color I need a little bit more like so to match the spell hit that I have. Same thing, blending mode to add. And I'm going to cut that also so it starts off at the same point in time. So I'm going to go back there. And then I'm going to do the core start and the core end. I need to keyframe those because we're going to need the laser blast to come out of the gun like an actual laser gun. So I'm going to pull it back right there for this first frame, and then I'm going to keyframe it. So there, go page down, and then I'm going to pull it like so. Let's see what we have. Perfect. Now that looks like a laser gun, but not quite. So what we're gonna do is add this sort of bulge effect, so it gives it a little bit more sci-fi esqueness to the blast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a adjustment layer and then add the bulge effect to it. Alright, and then of course we're going to split that, and then go back to my bulge effect and then keyframe the bulge radius. So at the very first frame you kind of want it to be at like the biggest point it's gonna be, so right here will be fine, and then keyframe it down after that. So and then delete the rest of that. So that looks pretty good. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to add some more light to it, so we're going to go to another adjustment layer. Same thing, cut that. delete this, go back to here, and then we're gonna add my favorite effect, light rays. So I'm gonna throw this over the whole thingamajig, pull it right here, and then blast the intensity and also blast the radius and more intensity. Alright, so that gives us some serious light, and that we're only gonna have for like 2 frames. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that pretty much takes care of the gun. I need to add some more like greenish bluish hue to the whole thing, so that way it looks like more lights coming out of the gun. There's a bigger effect, and it's just murdering some aliens. So I'm just gonna add a new solid and do the color picker to like this right here, and that'll be fine. So okay, and then change it to the ellipse tool, double click that so I get a nice centered mask, and then do that. Yeah, I don't need to do anything with that, so we're gonna add some feather, some serious feather. I'm gonna bring it in a hair, and then go to the opacity and lower it. So there we go. And then delete that. 2 frames as well, and delete that. Yes, there we go. Alright, so that takes care of that. So now we're gonna add some cinematic looks to this. So we're going to go to layer, new, solid, make it black, bam. That is not black. Make it black, hit OK, and drag it to the top. And then we're gonna go rectangle, double click that. Now we're going to double click the mask, pull this down a hair, and then pull this up a hair to get that awesome widescreen look that everybody loves. That looks like it's not even, so we're gonna pull it down here a bit. Alright, and then we're gonna change the mask to subtract. Oh yeah, now it's starting to look dang good. So at this point, what you're gonna want to do is add in some color correction right here. We're gonna want to do layer, new, adjustment layer, and then add in some curves, because curves are awesome. And then we're going to pull down the RGB to about right there will be good. Take down the reds, because I hate reds, and especially in a sci-fi film you don't want reds. Yes, there we go. And you can see this is a little bit sharp too, so what I like to do for sharp footage is add a lens effect. So the camera lens blur, I really like to add that because it really smooths everything out and gives it that more cinematic look. So I'm going to put this on like 2, so it's not so stinking sharp, so you can see it. Bam. Alright, and then on top of that we're going to throw a film LUT. So we're going to do effect, utility, apply color LUT, and then I have a whole bunch of these bad boys here, so I'm going to find the best one, Atmos. Let's do that one. That one looks pretty cinematic, so let's add all of our effects back and see what we have. Now that looks pretty sweet, I think. The only thing that we're missing is that my freaking spell hit got cut off. That is starting to look pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to toggle switches and modes and turn on motion blur for my lightsaber and the spell hit, because there is movement. So that is how you make a cool looking sci-fi blast or laser gun blast or whatever the heck you want to call it. So you can use this technique. This is what I do in my films. That's it for this tutorial, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.